Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Little Friends. Well, today is a mini episode. Yes, we have a flipping intersection. I know last time we flipped this big boulevard here, but besides flipping this boulevard, most of the episode was just me building new stuff there on the highway, the hospital, plus the other things. So this is a proper, let's call it a proper flipping episode or a mini episode. I'm trying to flip this intersection. Not I'm trying, because I really actually did it. I'm flipping this intersection here. I like the angles and I like the look of it. But the reason why I'm doing this is from time to time I go back to some of my intersections that are exactly as they were when I built them in the first time. And we have the node controller mode, we have the IMT mode, intersection marking tool mode, and it's really sad not to redoing this, cause it will look awesome with all these little details and whatnot. So now let's talk about what I'm actually doing here. I've been using the node controller mode to make that intersection to be a bit wider and with really nice angles. And usually after I do this, I'm adding with the intersection marking tools all the lines, solid lines, only solid lines, to see how cars will actually drive in this intersection. It's very important, and I want to set it like that just so I can actually see it. Later we will change all these lines, of course, to make them properly and to cut them where they should be, cut, and so on. But one little tips there: every single time you want to do this, guys, don't forget you have to start with the crossings. I forgot to start with the crossings, so I'm doing the crossings afterwards. The reason why you have to start with these crossings is because you can actually end or start the line where the crossing is. And if you don't start with the crossings, well, guess what? You have to redo those lines to change the starting point and ending point for them. Well, for me it was a double work. Now here, it's a cool thing I want to do. I want to make a U-turn for those that are coming from the street where you can actually park right on near the sidewalks. That's how it was before. So they are not allowed to get into the big intersection. They have to turn right, if you can see it. And this way, we can make the traffic flow a bit better. So the reason why I'm doing that, this little thing here, it's a U-turn. It's because those who will have to turn right, they have the possibility to do a left turn, a U-turn, and go back into the intersection, which is not bad. And now that moment came, the moment when I have to redo all these lines and make them look properly. And the reason why it's really good to make them first solid line is because you can see exactly how they intersect to each other. Otherwise, when you use dots or short lines or whatnot, well, you can see it, but at a point, depending on the distance between the lines, you might not see it properly. So hey, you are going to rework it anyways. Why not doing solid from the beginning? That's my tips. I know in France there are not such things like these intersections. They are super minimal. They don't add a lot of bunch of lines or details like this. Sometimes I think it might be better. Some drivers might get lost with all these lines, even though, if you ask me, I don't think this is the case. It doesn't matter why in France or in Paris it's not like this. Actually, it doesn't matter. But the reason why I'm doing these lines is because I freaking love it. I super enjoy doing it. And plus we have this amazing mod. So yes, this is something extra from my side. I keep saying this, but hey, maybe there is a new viewer who wants to subscribe and wonders, hey, in France we don't have such things. Okay, so interesting thing is that in this big intersection, actually we don't have traffic lights. And actually we don't need traffic lights if we or the drivers will actually watch and see all these lines that are being drawn on the ground, on the road. Well, maybe not our little sims here, because their artificial intelligence is like, you know, amazing. So it is just, imagine if it's if this intersection would have been from real life. If I'm not mistaken, there is an intersection like this in France, right next to the L'Arsenal Bay, the one that is just next to it here, where we have lots of boats and ships stopping by with ferries and whatnot. But yes, I am bringing my own thingy here as well. I need to do so. I really do need to do so. Okay, so if you guys want to watch this at a low, of course, lower speed, you can just lower the speed of this of the YouTube video. Thankfully, YouTube allows you to do so. My voice will be nasty, but don't mind it. The only thing you can do that is, of course, you can see it better and slower what I'm doing, how I'm doing this. It's quite easy. I made already a tutorial video on how to use this mod, the intersection marking tool. You can find it in my collection there, my playlist I meant, sorry, with tutorials for City Skylines. And here I'm trying, actually, I really am trying to find the perfect angle for these lines. You know, you have to actually, there is a reason behind all these lines, you know, something logical and whatnot. And I'm trying to try to mesh them. In some cases it's not easy, it's even impossible. Probably with a lot of more trial and error I can do that, but I really don't think I have to go that extra mile just to make a little line to be per se. Don't hate me, even though I love these kind of things. Hey, at a point I think too much is too much. And because of that, and not only, and because these two, how should I say, these curves here are quite larger, and you can see the lines drawn on the road, I have to add my extra thing, and I'm going to add some curbs which will be filled in with some probable grass. So I waited for some cars to drive into this intersection there, so I know exactly how they drive into that particular lane. I found it, I found a red car that was driving there, I made that lane a bit more thinner, and voila, I'm adding my extra things there, a little grass to make, you know, to make this intersection look a bit more better and a bit more full of life, because, you know, grass gives that vibe. Then here in where we have this other intersection is the same thing I'm doing, adding curbs, concrete curbs, then some probable grass to fill it in, and eventually it will be filled in with some bushes and trees, but as many as needed, because we don't want to block the view or the sight for drivers. Then in these curbs, in this not curves, huh? Yeah, let's call it that. We have to add some fences. Fences, of course, I always turn them into procedural objects just to avoid the problem with count, of course. And on the other side, where we have the parking areas, I'm adding some bollards with some chains, so people that parking there can actually, you know, go to the sidewalk. I'm changing the building that was there in the middle. I didn't like it that much, so I added an extra 3 buildings there, and at the top, not top, at the bottom of them I'm adding some restaurants with some chairs and whatnot. Then here I'm trying to add, I'm trying to create a little bicycle stand or bicycle parking little thing. This is a bench, this is a concrete bench, you can find it in my collection of Little France. And I just, you know, turn it into a procedural object, rotate it a bit so it is on vertical. I was thinking, hey, why not adding a little plantier there on top of it? so I can add some flowers. And yeah, I know, I make it a bit stranger. It is what it is, right? After all. But it's a thing, and I'm turning it into a procedure object. I export it. By the way, you can do these kind of things, guys. You should do that. When you make your little thing with procedural objects, always export it, because when you need it in some other places, you can just import it and that's it. No need for you to go and just look for it on in your city and then copy paste it and plop it wherever you want. So it's really easy to just export it. That's what I'm doing. Now I filled in with some trees there. I cut a little bit more from the lines. Now they look a bit much better. And yes, a little extra foliage there to make things look vibrant. More restaurants here. For these offices, this is in real life near L'Arsenal Bay. There we have some different type of buildings which are actually not those beautiful historical ones, so they are more, let's say, modern. And I thought, hey, why not just trying to add some office buildings. So guys, this was a short one. As I said, it was a flipping intersection. You guys are really actually do enjoy this. I read your comments. All the comments are being read, and you guys are super duper for these type of videos, short videos with flipping stuff. Adding here the last details on the road. But guys, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. Leave a like, it's appreciated. Leave a comment, it's much more appreciated, I guess. But all in all, subscribe if you want to see more. Next episode it will be an awesome one. I'm doing a build from Limoges, another beautiful city from France. So stay tuned for it, guys. But till next time, take care and stay safe. All the best, and I salute you.